What's going on, guys? Demon King AK-17 back once again. I alluded to the fact that I might make a Senkaimon clay thing. So here it is. So here's who I used for the first 4 floors. I just looked at these requirements and then stuck to them. It's this dude who is now 2 out of 5, which is nice. So yeah, I used him until stage 5. At stage 5, I used this Eisen. Now, the reason I've used him is because the ideal character for this stage is, well, kind of a unnecessary in a sense, because with any stage before 20 even, any character you use is going to be hilariously overpowered for the stage anyway, especially if you've got Transcendence or Link slots or anything like that. So, weirdly, there's actually no perfect character for this room. So you could use this Eisen, you could use Mashiro, or you could use New Lisa, but Mashiro is needed for one of the later stages, which is why I didn't end up using her. Stage 6, I used the Ichigo again until stage 10, where I used Nini. Now, Nini wasn't the one I used initially. I actually went back to go through these stages again and see if I could use a better character just to make it easier for next time. Stage 11, who did I use here? Okay, Hikone. Hikone is actually one of my favourite characters to use. They are very, very fun. We can proc like nothing else. So yeah, if you've got Hikone, use them. If not, you're gonna struggle on one of the later floors. This one I used Ginjo. Here I used 1,000 Year Blood War. 10 years later, Ichigo. Here I've got Can't Fear on World Shunsui. I think I went back to this Ichigo again. Yeah, I've got him 3 out of 5 with max Transcendence, and he's pretty much the only character I've got beyond level 10 slots on as well. He is ridiculously broken, and if you haven't already summoned on that banner, I'd highly recommend doing so just for him, because he's useful in 4 guild quests. He's probably the best PvE character. And yeah, he's very, very worth having in your arsenal. Here I use Can't Fear on World Baragon, but there are alternatives. I mean, for the 2 previous stages, any tech Arankar Killer is useful, really. So, like, I don't know, forgotten the name. Soifon, Pleasant Blood War, Byakuya, I'm forgetting names. But yeah, just anyone. Here you can use any speed Arankar, really. Baragon is ideally the best to use. You can also use the Swimsuit Hallibell and Spirit Society. Is it Spirit Society? I think it is. Spirit Society Lilinet, I think it is. Stage 28, any power captain will do. That's melee. I have used this Toshiro, just because he's got a Arankar Killer and it frees up the Rukia for no reason whatsoever. Here, not sure who's the ideal character. Okay, right, so it's the new Chad, but she works just as well. Quincy affiliation damage a 5th of what it should be means you can't use Uryu or Masaki or anything like that. But yeah, she does the job pretty well, if I'm honest. 2 attacks really clears the thing. Stage 33, I used Lisa. You could also use Hiyori. I've got them both 5 out of 5. But I just, yeah, and it's Senkaimon, so if I can use a strong attack character, it's better. But the best character for the stage is actually not this Lisa. It is the new Spirit Society Lisa, who has one of the best looking Nad strings in the game. Here, I did end up using Ichigo. Was a hard decision, but at the same time, he's one of the only units that can actually clear it properly. There's quite a few units you could use if we're honest, but he's not needed for a later floor, so I figured I might as well make it easy for myself. If you don't have him, Kiryu could clear it. Soul Reaper killed her, isn't it? I think. Oh, it's Quincy Killer. Okay, right. Ignore what I said. So yeah, Kiryu, Koga, Thousand Year Blood War Izuru, Christmas, Nanao, Face Battle Kisuke, Aizen, Thousand Year Blood War Aizen, the Bond, Zangetsu, White Zangetsu. Any of those, really, if you've got them. For those characters, you might need a bit of Transcendence, because it is not the easiest floor. But yeah, we'll move on from that. Stage 38, I use this Aizen pretty much exclusively because I don't have the Rukia with any sort of Transcendence or Link slots. So that was an easier decision. Ideal characters for this stage, I'd say Nemu, the Machine Society Nemu, followed by the new Senbon Zakura. Stage 39, now, I know there's a few members of the guild that had a bit of difficulty with this one. He is the best character to use. Annoyingly, you need the Xyloporo, but I know for a fact that not just members of my guild, but a load of players I've spoken to who played Bleach Brave Souls, as soon as they get that Xyl, they... I think it's apt considering what they did to him, but they'll max him out for the orbs and then sell him, because it's not worth keeping. But this Ulquiorra clears just fine. If you don't have this Ulquiorra, you can use Can't Fear on World Nell if you have her, but considering she's limited and hasn't had a rerun in quite a while, I think not many people are going to have her. Then you've got the very, very original Baragon. So that's the Dodge Rate Baragon. Might be a bit of a struggle with him just because of the kit that he'll have. But yeah, outside of that, you're going to be needing to use like the whichever one of the accessories reduces resistance, because yeah, there's really no characters outside of that you can use. Here, I did use this Nell because well, she's needed there. So yeah, this one wasn't the easiest room. I think I might do a quick playthrough just to show you what I used. So yeah, we've got these links. He is 5 out of 5 with, I think, 500 SP. Not too sure. And then yeah, try and get 20 SP minimum, but if not, it's not a problem. And yeah, it's a boss room, so it's always going to be a little bit harder. But the good thing about this Nell is that she's got a crawling vortex. So you can use that to create some distance. The only annoying thing is if you do proc burn, like there, it does make things a bit difficult. Shouldn't have taken a hit there. And then step back. And there we go. Just stay back. There you go. Because this isn't a floor you need to do in under a minute, you can take some time to let your strong attacks recharge. And then go back in. Oh, no burn. Surprising. Boom. Okay. Just about avoided that. Okay. And then this one. I don't think she does her special. Because, I mean, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure her special is a... Oh, she does, okay, never mind. I was going to say her special is a revive one. But obviously, I'm either mistaken or they just let her do it anyway. So yeah, that's that room. If you've been playing this game for a while, there's every chance that you have her like at least 3 out of 5, hopefully 5. Yeah, this one is where the Mashura was used. I'll start showing you my setup for these, just because these are the difficult floors. So yeah, this is a 5 out of 5, 500 SP link, and then these two, the two best links in the game, in my opinion, a 14 recharge, 16 damage, and 25 recharge and 25 damage and 10 recharge. 30 SP, 20 SP. Yeah, it's made this room quite easy. This Mashura I've got my issues with. I think her third strong attack just sucks ass, really. It's god awful. It does no damage. It does actually less damage than her second strong attack. But that's fine, I guess. She does the job in the rooms that she's needed in. This one, again, another 5 out of 5 with 500 SP. And then these two links, I've kept this one because of the fact that it is a non-boss rush room, so it's usable as long as you don't get hit until the final room. And yeah, that was an easy enough room. This one, I used this Soifon. Yeah, it was hilariously easy with her. So, no issue there. Yeah, she's the only character I've got purple still. I might work on Can't Fear Our Own World. What's his name? Aaron Yarrow. This one, you kind of need to use him. You don't really get around that. And I'm just wondering if there's any other no affiliation character that could do it. Red, no affiliation. Pretty sure it's... Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because well, if you watched my last video, you would have seen that I pulled that Kokuto. This is a hollow killer room. It's not. It's a solid killer room. Huh. Oh, no, this one. This is the hollow killer room. This one. Which is his room. Which actually permanently frees up that Hikone for stage 46. Which is very good. Okay. Right, I went on a waffle there. Yeah, this one... You need the speed hollow, and... Well, the perfect character is actually... White Ichigo, the new Spirit Society White Ichigo. And unfortunately, I didn't get anyone from that banner, so I've had to use this Toshiro, which isn't ideal, but the best character I think you should be able to use is this dude. Now, the reason I haven't used him is because I don't have him slotted. If I did, it might be a different thing. So I think once I slot him, I'll give him another go. But this Toshiro clears this not easily, but he clears it nonetheless. And then here, sorry for the coughing. Here is where I used Hikone. Now I think the best character for this room might be one of the limited characters you released recently, and I can't put my finger on which one it is. The new Rukia. So the new Dark Rukia is actually the perfect character for this room. But because Hikone is no affiliation and has the killer, they do actually shred this room in under a minute. And I'm going to do all of these rooms and try and get them under a minute for you guys. Just to show you that you can do it, really. And yeah, Hikone, as I've said, is an absolute monster of a unit. It helps that I've got good links and accessories, of course, but that's the main thing with, any sort of difficult game mode. If you've got the good links and accessories, it can elevate even a mediocre character to do somewhat well. And there we go. Magoto, the best character in the game. And hit the special. There we go. He's only 2 out of 5, so that just gives you an indication of how much damage that special just did. Yeah, Hikone, like I said, one of my favourite characters. Let me just show you the setup I used once again. So yeah, I've got a 14 recharge, 12 damage. Yeah, two of these resurrected links. The Zeta pill, and yeah, there we go. This one, I mean, they change every time, so there's no point showing you that. This one is actually a strange room, because weirdly enough, you can only use a certain amount of characters, and those certain amount of characters is incredibly limited. So there's a holo affiliation and tech. That pool is very narrow. So let me just show you who these units are. So tech holo, you've got all of these guys. Oop, nearly dropped my phone. So you got these guys, but then you also need a Soul Reaper killer, and that is him, and him, which is an even narrower field. So the actual ideal character for this room is the new Spirit Society Shinji. But this Aizen actually did it really quite well. It helps that I've got the 50 SP accessory there. I did forget to show you the setup. My bad. So let's do this. Oh. And yeah, this one's not the best. I've not got it slotted or anything, so it's always going to be a bit harder. But it should still be relatively okay. I mean, I did get lucky the first time I did this, because I did manage to get the instant kill with his special, which obviously makes things a great deal easier. And let's just do carry over into waves. And of course you're up there. I mean, the best thing you can do in this situation... I mean, I've got to the final room with 1 second left. Well, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I got the instant kill off. It's not always going to work that way, but that's under a minute. If you don't get the instant kill the first go, you can just quit the game and then launch back in. It will give you the option to launch into that room, and you can just keep going until you get the instant kill, because... I mean, why wouldn't you make it easy for yourself? This one is the room that everyone hates. Every single person that I have spoken to hates this room with a passion. And that is because of the fact that there are a very small pool of characters that can do this room in general, and then an even smaller amount of characters who could possibly clear in the time given. So, I have an unslotted 3 out of 5 Harlebel, and I've got the teacup, I've got this with 30 SP, I've got this with 30 SP, and I've got these 3 links because she's unslotted. And I'm going to show you how annoying it is to do even with this, because, you know, I've just done that room with the Eisen in under a minute, and I probably... Actually, that might be a good option, actually. If I remove one thing for another. Because having the Zeta Pill might help my chances. But the Zeta Pill here is, if I'm not mistaken, attack. So we're going to go re-roll, because we kind of need to. And you're also going to see how bad re-rolling is. 70 brushes. I did the extreme co-op when it was out. Not much, but enough to get a few brushes. 20 SP or 30 SP would be ideal. That's not ideal in any sense of the word. I mean, the thing is that this Zeta Pill is useless to have attack on, because the character I use as a normal attack bot for Heart is Masaki, and she's got an inbuilt Zeta Pill. Quick tip for accessory rolling. If you actually look at the percentages, Stamina 24 is the highest percentage roll, which means if you take Stamina 24 when you're trying to reroll something else, you automatically have a higher chance of rolling what you want. So try and roll Stamina 24 and then try to get the other thing that you want, which is, you know, obviously 30 attack or 30 SP in an ideal world. Unless you're doing PvP and you want defense, or... That's it. Yeah, there's not really any situation where you need extra focus or stamina. So that's kind of a besides the point thing. Jesus. Okay, have to be careful not to swear, because I don't know if YouTube's gonna hate me if I swear. Eventually, when I hope this channel does get some more followers. And come on, 30 SP, 20 SP. I'll take 20. Give me 20. Don't tease me. Oh, the tease. Yeah, the energy's a little bit more today. I'll be honest, I've not been having a good time. And you know, I'm just hoping to get past it, but it's not looking. It's just not looking great right now, if I'm honest. So, you know, I hope you guys can derive some enjoyment from these videos, because hopefully I can start making some more. Maybe playing some other games. I do play COD Mobile. I might record a game or two of that, because I'm moderately good at it. You know, I'm not like super good at loadouts or anything like that, but I can still pop into Battle Royale and get like a 10-20 kill game. So I don't know, but this is the game I've been playing for the longest, and I hate it with all my guts, but it's Bleach, and that's the only reason I keep playing it, because it's literally the only good Bleach game. And you know, I wish it was led by a better team, a team that actually cared about the game and not about profits. But you can't have it. Fuck. Sorry. The swearing thing's gone out the window. Yeah, I wish it was handled by a team that cared about the game and the fan base rather than profits. But then again, in the world we live in today, money drives all, doesn't it? So I don't think we have a choice in the matter. And we're still here re-rolling, because this game is lovely. Sometimes it'll give you the first in the first 2 or 3 rolls, and then other times you start here, like my God, Nick, I feel so bad for you, man. If you're somehow watching this, Nick, I think did about 300 brushes for a single roll, and just did not get it, and he came very close to quitting from that. Like, me and Nick have the same frustrations with the game. We have the same sort of the rage at the game. So I really feel his pain when he goes through something like that. And yeah, I mean, well, I'm hoping I don't have to sit here and waste all 73 brushes I had, because that will be annoying as hell. So, well, I literally just need SP. Give me 30 SP and we can move on. That's all. That's all we need. Don't do it. Oh! Oh! You're seeing in every sense of the word why I hate this game. The rates on this game are trash. Like yesterday when I got a second 5-star and it was an old swimsuit character that I've already maxed out. Who I have since sold for Transcendence points, but God, I don't want to be selling characters for Transcendence points. I want to be getting characters that I knew or that I can use as dupes. Oh my God, this is going terribly. I've had 2 teasers of 20 and 30, and we're still here. Why are we still here? Just give me SP. That's all I want. Oh. Oh no. Come on, game. Come on, game. Oh, no, no. Okay, try not to rage, try not to rage, try not to rage. That's it. The third time it's done that. God damn it, I hate this game. Sorry for the coughing. Come on, 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 come on. It's not gonna be 30, it's not gonna be 20. It's gonna be trash. Come on. Oh my God. Well, while we're here, how's your guys' days been? Because we're gonna be here for a while, it seems. Let's have a quick chat about the world. Stuff's opening up again. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's too soon? Do you think we need to wait until more people are vaccinated? Because the current people that are vaccinated are really like either the vulnerable or the old. So do you think we need to vaccinate more younger people, people like under the age of 40, or do you think it's high time that we start opening things up again? Because in my opinion, it's been it's been nearly 18 months since the first news about this thing. About 13, 14 since the first lockdown here in the UK, and I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm not. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, yeah, I think it's just everyone, from like a personal standpoint, everyone's at a point where they're just sort of sick of it. And quite frankly, I'd quite like to go to a restaurant again. We're not particularly well off, but being able to go to a restaurant once or twice a month it's a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to do with family, with friends. You get to eat some good food because ordering on delivery isn't it's not always the best thing. So there's a couple of places that we frequent that make very good food that we're going to be glad to be able to visit again. As a guy who's observing Ramadan, I think everything opens up on. I don't want to get the dates wrong here. The 14th or the 12th, whichever one of those it is. Meaning that there's a chance that by the time Ramadan's over, we can just sort of go and have a meal in a restaurant, which would be quite nice. So yeah, that'd be quite cool. But there's, I'm not, I've never really traveled much for leisure. Um, we're pretty much doing a podcast here. I've never really traveled much for leisure in my life. Um, and I had plans last summer. I was going to visit some friends in different countries, different parts of different parts of this country, and obviously that kind of got all put in the bin. Fuck off! um, so I think there's a lot of people that are going to be wanting to do stuff when coronavirus is somewhat behind us, because it is something we're going to have to live with. By all accounts that we're hearing, it's going to be like the flu at this stage. But I do think people are going to start traveling a bit when we're allowed to. Going up and down the country, going to different countries. I very much would like to visit some nice places. Northern Lights has always been a. You're kidding me right now. Northern Lights is something I very much want to see, and I don't know if you can see it from Scotland. I think you can, but I'd very much like to go to Iceland and see it properly from there. There's a couple of places I'd like to go for, like the history and just being able to say that I've been there. A couple of places for food. Would love to try authentic Italian pizza. Classic Neapolitan pizza. And yeah, I mean, there's places in America I'd like to go, but as a young Muslim man, America's not on the top of my priority list. Just because of the fact that I very much like. Oh god, this is controversial to say, and I don't care. I very much like being alive, and I'd like it to stay that way. So that's that, really. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here, but I hope not for long. Just give me 20 SP. I'll take 20, I'll take 30, but I will not take anything less. But yeah, I think hopefully we're seeing the end of this thing, and stuff can start to open up again, because there's just a lot we've missed out on this year. A hell of a lot that we've missed out on this year. I was in my university's dodgeball team, and yeah, I just made the team actually before lockdown, the first lockdown, and I haven't really had a chance to play many games. And even the time that the university has run sports clubs this year, it's not been able to offer dodgeball, and that's really quite disheartening. So for God's sakes, yeah. I'd like to be able to play dodgeball with my friends again. I'd like to be able to go out to restaurants and eat there. And just generally, I'm looking forward to getting back on track with living. Okay, thank you. Why was that so hard? Right. So now the waffling can stop, and we can get back to this thing. God damn it, that was a lot. That was long. But what accessory is it going to replace is the question. I think the tension tie. We'll have to find a way to. We'll figure out something for the final room. But yeah, having this extra ability to attack these idiots who are underground is going to be very useful. And yeah, as you can see, unslotted, it's very hard to clear. I think I did it in like two minutes something the first time I tried this. Oh god, forgot about that. Yeah, these guys have a ridiculous amount of health for some reason, and it's not fun to deal with. Excuse me? That's annoying, I did dodge. No, there you go, a minute to clear that room. Why that didn't even... God damn it. So yeah, this room just is not fun, in general. Oh god, this is painful. Rightio. Hey, get out. Okay. Yeah, now I remember. It was closer to 3 minutes and 2. So yeah, I think with slots and maybe even if needed transcendence, there's a chance I could clear in under a minute with her. But yeah, that chance is very slim. That's okay. Good. Yeah, that's a tough stage. But yeah, if you have her, she's good. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at maybe Loopy, the Heart version, Can't Fear on World, Grimjow, version 1 and 2. But you kind of need Transcendence on those two, and slots. You need Transcendence to make slots on all of them if you don't have the characters. This one, I did use this Eisen to clear in under a minute. And do we have any underground units here? We don't. So I'm actually going to do it with Eisen, just to show you guys it's possible. Because this Eisen, if you should really have him 5 out of 5 by now, if you've been playing the game for longer than a year, maybe even less than that, really. Because he's in a lot of filler pools, and he seems to be very pullable from tickets. So yeah, mine's 5 out of 5 with a couple of level 5 slots. Level 10 slots for link slots, and yeah, he's one of the more fun characters to use, if I'm honest. He's just he's one of the older ones, so he doesn't have like a Havoc or I'm not even sure he has a Berserker, if I'm honest. I'm just gonna go down to the wire. It's not actually. That's bad wrong. Yeah, that's not a great one. Shit. Well, yeah, as you can see, I mean, that's 5 seconds, so just quicker movements and whatnot, and you can do it in under a minute. I actually did. Yeah, well, 1 minute 7. You can do it under a minute. So this room's actually, it seems like it's made for that cockatoo. It is made for that cockatoo. Okay, so that's a good thing, because that means I can try it with him. And just see where that goes. He has a no affiliation character, which would mean I have to give him this thing. Tension tie stays. These two might replace them. So they're pretty strong attack damage. You got not that. Actually, yeah, that works. Yeah, we'll do these two. Let's just see how this goes, because he should get. I mean, a times 3 damage should make him perform better than Eisen from the off, really. He does. Well, that's not a surprise. His first strong attack, I'm not sure if it's similar to the shotgun blast that what's her name? Swimsuit, Apache, and Thousand Year Blood Warrior you can have. But it does feel very similar to that sort of attack, with the range and everything. Like, it just covers around and in front, but it's not a beam and it's not a lunge. So he's ridiculously good for that room. Okay, wow. Wow. Yeah, that didn't even come close in terms of playtime. That's ridiculous, actually. Yeah. This one we'd actually did yesterday, but I'll go through it again. So yeah, these are the links. And yeah, let's go through. And that'll be the end. Well, I might do the other floor, the other tower. I mean, but I don't think I need to, if I'm honest. Get over here. Oh, okay. Took one hit. I'll take one hit. Yeah, timing your flash steps out of the enemy special moves it's a skill I recommend you try and practice on, especially in like the harder Senkaimon floors. It is something that becomes very useful. Like that. You do it right before they're about to do it, and most characters have Sprinter anyway, so it becomes easier to execute. And yeah, there's really only two characters you can use for this floor. There is this, yeah, there's this guy, Tsukushima. Most people should have it 5 out of 5. I actually had to up the Transcendent slots because he was clearing very slowly for me, and he's a terrible unit to use in the first place. He just deals no damage, and he's got one of the worst stats ailments going, really. Probably the second worst after slow. And yeah, the only other character you can use here is Aura, the Carve Your Own World Aura. And then aside from that, you're pretty hard pressed to find many other units. You can use some no affiliation killing. Well, there's none actually. You can use some heart humans, mind humans. So the new Tatsuki, Belief Chad, not Belief Chad, the new Chad, whatever the hell that is. I mean, you could even use the old Halloween Reaver, but that's I'm not sure if you'd want to really. Yeah, this Tatsuki is. I mean, if you look at her stat, she actually looks like a very usable unit. I haven't used her in gameplay, but you know, Flurry, Enhancer, Poise. She's got an inbuilt Last Ditch. Not an inbuilt with the skill. 40% devastation, 50% strong attack damage, and 60% normal attack damage. So she's got a 260% boost on her normal attack, in essence, which is actually really good. Because, yeah, with a human killer as well. I mean, she should be useful in some places. That's really good. I might have to use her in like a co-op or something. Not a co-op, just a normal quest. But then her use is kind of neutralized with the fact that there's better speed power character characters. But she does look very, very good to use. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there. We've gone through the Senkaimon. Hopefully, you found some of it useful. If not, then just well, if there's a flaw you want me to focus in on a bit more on, drop me a comment, and I'll try and answer as best as I can. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching, as usual. I hope you're all having a good day, taking care of yourselves, and see you in the next video.